This event is the sixth in a series that our three institutions have held throughout 2012, each of them aimed at informing the national security debate during the presidential campaign. We've held sessions on covering America's overall role in the world, on the defense budget, the Asia Pacific, the Middle East, and several weeks ago we held a surrogate debate at Arizona State University. Today we meet at a time when foreign policy has returned to the center of the conversation between the candidates. I am therefore very pleased to introduce our two campaign representatives, Rich Verma from the Obama campaign and Dov Zakheim from the Romney campaign.
Over the past 4 years, the president has amassed a strong record on foreign policy and security. He's dealt with foreign crises, taken strong action against those who threaten U.S. interests, and has seized the opportunities presented by democratic openings in the Middle East and beyond. He's proven himself to be a tough and smart commander-in-chief who has remained steady in the face of adversity. Under the president's leadership, Al-Qaeda has been decimated. The Iraq War has been ended with honor. U.S. forces in Afghanistan have begun a critically important transition. Iran has never been more isolated, and the Libyan people have a chance to reclaim their freedom following the removal of Muammar Gaddafi from power. The president has shored up the nation's homeland defenses, redoubled the commitment to America's veterans, stood up for human rights across the globe, supporting democratic reform efforts abroad and ending torture here at home. U.S. security assistance to Israel is at an all-time high. And in the face of a difficult fiscal situation, he's put the military on a path to remain the best trained, best equipped, and best led fighting force in history.
Let's go around the world and have a look at how well we really are doing. Oh, we're doing very well in the Arab Spring. How many embassies were attacked? How many demonstrations have been held against us? Our great friends in Egypt, President Morsi lays conditions down in an interview with the New York Times as to when he'll have good relations with the United States. This by a man who's still getting hundreds of millions of dollars of aid from the United States. In England, they call it cheek. In French, they call it chutzpah. We have been behind on the Arab Spring all the way from the beginning. We've made a virtue of leading from behind. Libya is supposed to be our showpiece. And we've had the first ambassador killed in the line of duty since the years of Jimmy Carter. What does that tell you?
Governor Romney mentioned, of course, the 2014 drawdown in his Monday speech. What he didn't talk about in that was the strategic partnership agreement that the administration has negotiated with the Afghan government, which will keep American soldiers in Afghanistan until 2024. Do you have a sense of what the minimum number of soldiers should be going forward?
The first point I'd like to make about Afghanistan and the big difference between Mr. Romney and Mr. Obama is that Mr. Obama set a deadline, period, full stop. I was in Kabul in December of 2009 when Mr. Obama made that speech. And I was talking to ISAF people, the people from the international force, you know, the people who are out there getting shot at from other countries, not just our own. To a man and a woman, because there were a lot of women there, they all almost took no notice of the surge statement. What they noticed was the deadline.
It does seem a little disingenuous to say that these are dollars and programs that the Pentagon hasn't asked for, when as recently as 2011 they were in the Obama budget. So they were asked for programs during the Obama administration, and they've been cut and taken away since the president took power.
So I think this is a place where facts really do matter. And just to remind people, the base budget for this year is about $525 billion, which is up 34% since 2001. I mean, the notion that somehow this budget has been cut, even compare the base budget of FY13 to 2007 under George H.W. Bush. Under his last budget, it's gone up considerably. And defense will continue to go up under this administration.